Hi everyone, welcome to the Digital Literacy and Mathematics and Science and Engineering course for Teaching and Learning. I can't wait to start this course with you all. First off, let me introduce myself. I'll be your instructor for the course. You can call me Professor Perbilski. I've designed this course to be engaging and collaborative and relevant for current teachers. As this is a 6-week course, we're going to divide it up into 3 different sections called learning cycles. The first learning cycle will focus on digital literacy and computer science. The second learning cycle will be focusing on mathematics, and the third learning cycle will be focusing on science and engineering and technology. Now within each learning cycle, we'll be developing our understanding for the subject, develop our philosophy, then we will apply that philosophy and understanding to design an assessment and learning activities for that subject. Okay, let's jump into my computer and have a look at the course orientation. Okay, now that we're in my computer, let's go over the orientation slide. First off, again, welcome to the course. Over the next 6 weeks, we will be embarking on a meaningful and engaging learning journey. I want to go over just a part of the course description, the first sentence. Every subject area has a deep-rooted philosophy behind it that once uncovered will drive passions towards teaching and learning it. So in this course, I hope that we can uncover those philosophies and develop our passion towards teaching and learning these subjects. For the required course materials, the main requirement is that you need access to the internet and access to the course Moodle page where all of the material, content, learning activities will occur. So you need to do that on a computer or mobile device. You also should have a learning journal. You should be taking notes throughout the course to record your thinking and learning journey. Your journal can be a paper or it can be digital, so whatever works for you. Please note there are no required texts or textbooks for this course. The model for this course is an online instructor-led asynchronous course. So what does that mean? Well, it's online, so that means that all learning will happen online. It's instructor-led, which means that you have an instructor. We will have deadlines. I will be giving feedback. Things will happen based on a schedule that I will lead. Basically, it's the opposite of a self-paced course. Also, it's asynchronous. That means that we will have no scheduled whole class meeting times. Rather, we will engage in digital learning activities over windows of time, usually a couple of days. Okay, so now here's the course design. I've already talked to you a little bit about learning cycles, but let's take a look at it again. We're going to have 3 different learning cycles, and you notice that within each learning cycle, there's 2 weeks. The first week, we'll be building understanding and creating our philosophy for that subject. The second week, we will take that understanding and philosophy and apply it to creating assessments and learning activities for this subject. You will notice that each learning cycle is very similar. We will be building the ideas from each learning cycle onto the next and find the connections that occur between these subject areas. Now let's unpack a learning cycle. As you can see, this is the first learning cycle, the first week and the second week of digital literacy and computer science. So in the first week, we'll start off by building our understanding. There'll be 4 learning activities that will lead to a final demonstration of reaching the learning objective, which is building your understanding. That'll be due on Wednesday, and then replies will be due on Friday. We have the replies due later than it on Wednesday because if some people post late Wednesday night, you want to have an opportunity to reply to them. You can do it over the next couple of days. The second half of the week, we will be creating our philosophy based on what we built in our understanding in the beginning of the week. And we will have 2 learning activities for that and 1 final demonstration of you reaching the learning objective, which is creating your philosophy. That'll be due on Saturday, and replies will be due on Sunday. Again, the same thing. If people post late Saturday night, we want to give some time for people to reply in this asynchronous course. So on the second week, we will be taking the understanding and philosophy and applying it to creating assessments and learning activities. There will be 2 learning activities and 1 demonstration for the first one. And the same thing as the first week, everything is due on Wednesday. And same thing for the second half of the week, everything is due on Saturday, with replies for the first part of the week due on Friday and replies for the second part of the week due on Sunday. We will be using a variety of tools such as forums, FlipGrid, Google, and Twitter if you choose. Forums will be used to post our thinking, learning, and assignments. We'll be using FlipGrid to engage in asynchronous videos, discussions, share, and reflect with each other. We'll be using digital tools such as Google Docs and Padlet to share thinking ideas and create content. You're expected to watch and read each other's posts and reply for the purpose of building on each other's ideas and thinking. I will be providing the option for us to build a community on Twitter, as we will choose our own class hashtag, and I'll be identifying mentors that we can learn from on Twitter as well. A Twitter account is not required for this course, but it is encouraged. I also want to note that throughout the course and these different activities, we'll be engaging in visible thinking routines that come straight out of Harvard's Project Zero. The purpose of this is to enable metacognition, develop true understandings, and think deeply. To learn more about these thinking routines, you can click on the link. Okay, so the course requirements is that you really have to be completing all activities and all final demonstrations. Each week, they'll be learning activities and final demonstrations that are connected to learning objectives. If you want to succeed in this course, you got to be an explorer and you got to be a thinker. You got to be an explorer because we're going to be going around the internet. We're going to be looking at all kinds of different resources and media and activities. And you got to be a thinker because we don't want to just know what the subject is. We want to be able to develop a true understanding so that we can fully, deeply know what it takes to teach these subjects. I recommend that you do every learning activity in order because it is important because each activity builds off the previous activity. Okay, so I recommend you finish some of the items before due dates and you plan your time. Items that are due on Wednesday can be done Monday to Wednesday. There is no need to wait for deadlines. So plan your time throughout the week to do a block of work Monday to Wednesday and a block of work Thursday to Saturday. If you need to communicate me, email is the best way to communicate. I usually respond within the hour. You can email me at wesley.probilski@regiscollege.edu, not .com. I'll change it right now. .edu. That's funny. And if you'd like to talk over the phone, FaceTime or Zoom, just send me an email and give me 2 times that work for you so that I can choose one, and I'll respond with a confirmation of time and date. Feel free to also share your thinking with me on Twitter, and you can follow me at Wesley Peasky. Okay, so you're thinking, what do I do on the first day? Okay, note that I am going to be sharing the course info and introductions ahead of time. So if you want to get that done, you can do that. So the first thing you should do is look through the course info and do the introduction activities. So go through all the materials on the course info page and complete the 2 tasks, which is a survey and FlipGrid for the introduction exercises or the introduction section. So also on the first day, you might want to dive into beginning the learning activities for week 1. The first set of learning activities are due on Wednesday, June 26th. So make a plan and schedule in time to get these done. Okay, so if you need any help, make sure to just email me, and it's not .com, it's .edu. That's funny. And if you have any questions about Moodle, you can also contact Regis College's help desk. Okay, I look forward to learning with you all. Head on over to the introductions page, and let's start to get to know each other. I'll see you online.